Hey, what's going on? Dan here, and in today's video I'm going to talk about the 5 perfect Amazon FBA niches to start selling in now. Now, there's a fatal flaw with these types of videos, and I usually don't like making these kinds of videos because there's a whole lot more to building a real Amazon FBA business, a real long-term Amazon FBA business, than just finding perfect products to sell or finding the most, the perfect niches, right? This teaches you the shortcut approach, and obviously shortcuts never made anyone rich. And even if they did make someone rich, it was only in the short run, right? And so the reason why I make all these videos on YouTube is because I want to give you the best possible information to actually build a successful Amazon FBA business and change your life. In my opinion, Amazon FBA is the best business that you can start right now. At this point, you've probably been searching how to start a successful online business, how to make money online. You've probably been typing all this stuff on YouTube, you've been watching endless amounts of videos. It's kind of a relief almost to probably see someone who is telling you the no BS truth. And so that's why I'm making this video. Now, the reason why I am going to be telling you and talking about the most profitable niches to sell on Amazon is because I want to show you an example of a strategy that I use and that I've been using and that I know is the right strategy that basically all the most successful sellers on Amazon, the most successful brands have used to build their businesses into long-term, like monster businesses, like long-term 7-figure, multi-million-dollar e-commerce brands. Now, I know if you're just starting out right now, you're not even thinking about the millions, the multi-millions. Right now, you're just focused on replacing the income from your job with a successful passive income business like Amazon FBA, selling products online. So maybe 5K a month, 10K a month, 20K a month. And using the strategy that I'm going to talk about and actually showing you examples of this strategy in action in these perfect niches to sell it on Amazon, you'll see what success looks like and what you should be doing to actually get started with Amazon FBA successfully. Now, like I said, there's a whole lot more than just products. There's a whole lot more than just niches. Any YouTuber that only tells you the successful niches is, they're basically not giving you the whole truth, right? So for example, on top of finding the best niche to sell on Amazon, you will have to figure out how to find high quality suppliers. You'll have to also figure out branding, how to get amazing graphic design for your brand. You'll also have to figure out product photography. You'll have to find an amazing photographer to actually get great pictures. There's also launching your product to page 1, Amazon PPC, which stands for pay-per-click, which is the marketing portion of Amazon. Facebook ads, ManyChat, getting reviews. So that's just to show you that finding a product, that's step 1, but then there's a whole lot of other stuff. So since it is step 1, I want to explain to you the best strategy to actually use what I'm going to tell you in this video, the most profitable niches, and how to take those niches and really take action on them properly and build them into success on Amazon. So the best strategy is to create a strong brand. And so what goes into building a strong brand? Number 1, having an amazing listing and having amazing product quality. So gone are the days where you could just go find something on Alibaba.com, which is the manufacturing website that you find products on to sell on Amazon, and it's the most popular one. So long gone are the days where you can just go and find some dollar store thing and try to sell it for like $20 on Amazon, right? It might work, but it's only going to work for a month or 2 months, and quite frankly, it's not going to really last you long, and you're going to have to look for another 9-to-5 job very quickly, and that's obviously not the goal. So number 2, expanding to 3 to 5 products later on under the same brand. So that is very, very important. Long gone are the days of trying to find endless amounts of random products. I never was an advocate of that, and to be honest with you, I knew that from the very beginning, even when I started Amazon FBA, that if I always have to find random products to sell, I'm not really building any real assets. I'm not really building a brand that I can later sell, right? Because any business, once you actually build it as an asset, you're later going to be able to sell it. And so if you build a brand that's even just more than just Amazon, we'll talk about that, expanding onto Shopify and expanding worldwide onto worldwide markets, then you really have some leverage. You really have something that you can pass on to your kids later if you want, or something that you can just keep growing into the millions, and something that will last you for 5 to 10 years as opposed to just 1 month, as a lot of these make money online things are, right? So number 3 aspect would be launching on both Amazon US, Amazon EU together, and that's part of the successful strategy as well that I highly recommend you do later on, not at the very beginning. You choose one marketplace and then you go on and move on to the rest of the world, and then finally expanding later to Shopify, but that's in long term. Now, to show you some examples of what you should be looking at to get inspiration for your own successful Amazon FBA business, take a look at Alpha Grillers. Alpha Grillers is a very strong brand. This is in the kitchen niche, and they are really a fantastic example of exactly how you should build a multi-million-dollar e-commerce brand. Right now, there's never been a better time to actually get into this. E-commerce is, basically growing every single day. There's more and more customers every single day on Amazon. So if you have the right strategy, you have the right information, it's like there's never been a better time to act. So if we open up this listing, for example, and we open up a Jungle Scout Chrome extension, just this listing is making for them $47,000 per month. And now, of course, they have a lot of reviews, and they started this a while ago. So they started this a few years ago. All right, so actually they only launched this in 2019. They only launched this in January, surprisingly. So that is the power of a brand. I mean, in 1 year or in less than 1 year, if you're already an established brand, you can just take one product and then in 8 months grow it over to 48,000 a month. So this is it. This is the exact strategy, and they're selling on more than just US. And a second example of a brand that you should be looking at to get inspiration for your own brand is Coffee Gator, right? So they only sell coffee type products, and they're premium coffee type products, and they are making a ton of money. So if you can open up Jungle Scout, and this is just the Chrome extension, this shows you exactly how much money sellers are making on Amazon. We can see right here, just on one listing alone, they're making 35,000 a month, and right here the rest isn't loading. But if you actually go and click into every single one, you would see they're all making over 10K a month, which honestly is just realistic if you build a real asset, if you build a real brand. So now that you understand the best strategy to start a successful Amazon FBA business that will last for years and years, now I'm actually going to dive into the 5 perfect niches to start selling on Amazon. And these niches, you can apply this strategy, and that's why we went into it. And if you apply this strategy and you execute on it really well, then there's no way that you can fail. So the first perfect Amazon FBA niche is new electronics. And this is not like a specific category on Amazon FBA. It's something that I just created, I guess, new electronics, right? And so what I mean by new electronics is new innovations in electronics. There's always new electronics that are coming out of China even more rapidly than the rest of the world. And Alibaba.com, you can easily go and browse amazing new innovations in new electronics. And one example, because I want to give you an actual product example for each niche. I don't just want to give you a niche. I want to give you proof that this is good. One example of this is sleep headphones. And the reason why sleep headphones is such a good representation of this niche is because this is something that's an innovation. It's innovative, and you can easily build a strong brand from this, right? Most of these, if you look at these listings over here, they're just called sleep headphones, right? Nobody really has a brand except here Cozy Phones. If we click into Cozy Phones, right, they're making, if we take a look here, they're making 21,000 a month, over 21,000 a month. If we go back and if we look at a newer listing over here, right, maybe there's something with like less reviews. So for example, I just saw one here with 83 reviews. We take a look at this one and we open up Jungle Scout. This one's making 8,000, almost 9,000 a month. So, and this is also just a Chinese manufacturer listing. As you can see, there's no brand, and I mean, even if it looks like it's Music Cozy, it's really not anything of a strong brand, right? It's sold by Wu Ming Lu. You can see here, that's a seller, and it's just basically coming straight from China. So that gives us an amazing opportunity to actually go and put our own marketing and our own branding into this, create amazing packaging and amazing listing. And there's so much more. It's not just sleep, right? There's a lot of other innovative electronics that are always coming out. So what I recommend you do is go on Google and type in new releases bestsellers list. That's an amazing way to find products on Amazon. And I really love this method. You scroll down, you click on the Amazon.com, and to find new inventions that have just been launched on Amazon in electronics and they're already doing well, just click on electronics. That's actually how I found this product. And then in here, you can scroll through and you'll see a bunch of new things. Other than the super well branded products, you'll see that there's a lot of there's a lot of products that are cool, that have like a wow factor, so they're easy to sell because the buyer, when they see it, they're like, wow, I've never seen this before, but it solves a problem that I have, right? So you can just easily find it on Alibaba.com. And so that's the first perfect niche. One of the best ways to start a successful Amazon FBA business is to basically be on the lookout for new innovations coming out of China or really anywhere else in the world. You don't have to always use Alibaba, but just like that, you can find great innovations, great inventions that have come out that someone else invented, a supplier invented out there in China, and you can private label it and you can sell it on Amazon, and then you can expand later on as new innovations, new inventions come out, and then you can later on expand to Shopify way later. Now, the second perfect Amazon FBA niche to start selling on now is home and kitchen. Now, the reason why I love home and kitchen is because there are always so many new innovations and so many new products coming out on Alibaba.com from China that it's honestly really easy if you just go through it to find something that's new or find a product that solves a particular problem in a new way or in a better way. So, one of the best ways, looking at just the Amazon bestsellers list as well, and then you can go in here, you can go into kitchen and dining. There are so many different products in here that you can choose from. You really just have to have your eyes open. And now a particular product example in this niche would be a bed bridge. Now you're probably wondering, what is a bed bridge? And I'll show you right now. And I was actually thinking to myself, this is genius, because in a lot of places, especially when you're traveling, let's say if you're with your significant other, with your girlfriend, boyfriend, wife, husband, a lot of the times there are two separate beds, or if you want to connect two separate beds, right, there's like a hole in the middle. So a bed bridge, it just goes and it basically bridges both sides of the bed if it's two single beds kind of together. So right here, there's a lot of them, like for example, 38 reviews, and we check it out, how much it's making. So right here, 15,000 a month, 13 reviews, 18,000 a month, 23 reviews, great price point, $49.98, $41.99. So just launched right here, and it's just a simple product. It's, I guess it's a new innovation, and it's genius, right? I actually experienced this problem firsthand in the past few months as I've been traveling with my girlfriend, especially in Northern Europe, where a lot of the hotels, a lot of the Airbnbs come with like separate beds. And so a bed bridge is perfect. You put it in between, and I mean, I don't know if you travel with it or not, but I guess it's great if you're in an at-home scenario and you need to like have, connect two beds. But this is just one example of the home and kitchen niche. Like again, there are so many other different subcategories in here. You just have to have your eyes open. Now, the third perfect niche to selling on Amazon FBA is beauty and personal care. And this is actually the niche where I started in selling on Amazon FBA. And this one really, especially the products that I started selling in, I really had absolutely no passion. I don't know, just I guess being a guy, I really just didn't really care about beauty and personal care. But hey, everybody has their own taste, that's all fine. But this alone is a multi-billion-dollar niche. I mean, there are so many products in there, and there's always new innovations, new inventions coming out. And I'm gonna show you one right now that's an example of that. So if we go and we type in electric jade roller, right? Jade roller was actually a fantastic product. It was selling really well, and then a lot of competition came in because what happened was everybody was just copying each other because a lot of the other YouTubers, that's what they were teaching. And so of course you're probably thinking, wait, jade roller, that's like way too competitive, right? But take a look at this, electric jade roller. So someone had the amazing idea of sourcing and finding an electric jade roller. And look at this, 21 reviews, $20, just launched. You could easily sell an electric jade roller for like $50, $40 if you really brand it well. Imagine if you're like the Apple of this niche. And I always say that. Imagine if you're Apple and you're making the new iPhone, except that instead of the new iPhone, it's an electric jade roller. So how would you brand it? What's the branding that goes into that? So if we open up Jungle Scout, 8,000 a month, 21 reviews. If we go back and we take a look at some of the other ones here that are electric jade rollers, so let's open it up. So right here, an electric jade roller, 26,000 a month, 69 reviews. Let's take a look when they launched, right? Because you might be wondering, well, hey, how long is it going to take for me to succeed on Amazon FBA? And these guys just launched 38 days ago. It seems like just over a month ago, and they're already making, let's say, 26,000 per month. So it really all depends on your effort, really all depends on your willingness to work as well as the knowledge. And you're watching this video right now, so obviously you're learning from the best source. Now, the fourth perfect Amazon FBA niche to start selling in is premium kitchen accessories. And now this one is a niche that has been growing, and as well with all the new inventions, innovations coming out of China and Alibaba.com, you can find really high quality products out there, and not only from China, like also you can find suppliers from Pakistan, from India, and a bunch of different places on Alibaba. It's not just China. And so an example of a product that I'm going to show you as a premium kitchen accessory, perfect for the branding strategy, is the mortar and pestle. I guess that's how you pronounce it. I'm not really sure what this is. I think it's for making guacamole, but if we open up Jungle Scout and we take a look, some of these have thousands of reviews, but if we open here, 88 reviews, 26,000 per month. And so even if you look at this, I'm sure that they're following the branded strategy. So 88 reviews, and I mean, if they're not, then that tells you right away that there's an amazing opportunity. So they're not even, there's no brand here. So like the main thing on Amazon is you have to show that, hey, you're a brand, just like Coffee Gator, just like Alpha Grillers that I talked about. And that if you don't do that, then your business is only running until my grandmother comes in and starts selling her mortar and pestle set, and then until my other aunt starts coming in and starts selling her mortar and pestle set, and then everything breaks down. So branding is what differentiates you, and through a brand, you can create customer trust, you can build an asset, and you can expand off of Amazon later. And now niche number 5, one of my favorites, and this one is pet supplies. There are so many new products in pet supplies, and people love their pets, and I've been really wanting to get a dog for a long, long time. Right now I live in the tall building in Toronto, Canada, and so I'm kind of waiting until I move into a house somewhere, maybe in the country, I don't know. But, up until that point, no dog, no pet for me. But even I kind of look at, the pet category sometimes, and I wonder to myself, like, if I had a dog, I would buy all of the best stuff for the dog, right? Especially if, you have the spending money, and people on Amazon are ready. They have their credit cards already attached on file. So all they have to do is just find something, and as soon as they kind of feel that impulse to buy, they just click buy. And so an example of an amazing product in the pet supplies niche would be a UV blacklight for pets. And by the way, I have no idea what this is. I just found this in my quick research. I've done thousands of hours of product research at this point in my life, and so for me, it's really easy. Now, with this, with this particular product, this is a new invention. However, there could be some limitations. There could be some restrictions. This is just an example that may look good on first glance because, again, I didn't go deep into this product opportunity, anything like that. But this is just to show you that, like, look, people are buying this. Apparently, it's a pet, like urine detector, cat, dog, I don't know. But if we open up Jungle Scout, this thing is making, okay, it's definitely not making 0 per month, but there you go, 13,000, 14,000 per month. 127 reviews. The only problem with this particular product is that it's very hard to kind of differentiate and be different compared to all the other ones here. So the best way would, like I said, again, to be like the Apple of the UV blacklight detectors. And that's also obviously if there's no patent on the product, and also if there's no trademark, and also if there's no like FDA restrictions, anything like that, that you have to make sure of. And a good way of actually checking that is by going on Amazon, creating a listing before you order your product with your supplier, and then just putting in like UV blacklight. You will need a barcode for that. You can just buy a quick barcode from barcodesmania.com, nationwidebarcodes.com, or like a barcode reseller, and you can just go on there, put in the barcode, do the listing, and then wait a few days. And then if there is like a problem, Amazon will send you an email saying, hey, you need like this and this document to sell. But this is just an example, and up until the point that someone comes in and becomes the Apple of UV blacklights, all of these are going to sell. But when that happens, when that person comes in and does it, then that person will start making most of the income in this niche. Now, another example of a product here is the pet nail grinder. I found this one as well. And you might be wondering, hey, well, some of these have thousands of reviews, Dan, like how do we compete with them? You shouldn't worry about thousands of reviews, right? One person can go and let's say they see the pet nail grinder and they're like, hey, I want to go and start this brand, but I want to introduce a better version of the nail grinder. Or let's say they want to, make a better listing and really like be the Apple of the niche. One person can say that and then, really kill it, even fighting against thousands of reviews. I've done that many times, taking on like big competitors with thousands of reviews and scale the product to 10K, 20K a month within months. So, whereas another person can come in, they might see and they might be initially put off by all those reviews and they might be like, no, I'm not even going to get into that, right? So if you follow the branded strategy, you have a much, much higher chance of success. So those were the 5 perfect Amazon FBA niches. As you can see, we got 5 solid niches and there's a ton of products. I mean, there's a whole lot more than just these products. And these products were just, they haven't been validated or anything like that. These products I just found kind of on first glance, and I just use them as examples to show you new products that are obviously making money. They don't have that many reviews and they are good opportunities or potentially good opportunities in these profitable niches. So now you might be thinking, okay, I know what to sell. I know the perfect niches. Let's do it. I'm going to close this video. But whoa, wait a second. There's a whole other side of this that you have to understand. These are just product ideas. And even though I've spent thousands of hours doing product research in my life on Amazon FBA, there's a whole lot more that goes into this, like I mentioned. And I want you to get this idea out of your head that there exists like a magic product. There isn't and never will be a magic product. Someone can take the same mortar and pestle that I showed you for guacamole and they can execute on it terribly. They can create a bad listing. They can, really not really put a lot of effort into it. You'd be surprised how many people try to start this business and they treat it like a joke. They treat it like some kind of get-rich-quick scheme, and they put in like 1 hour a day of work, and then they wonder why isn't it working, right? Or they blame the business opportunity, or they blame everybody else except themselves. So that first person fails, whereas the other person goes into the mortar and pestle niche and they brand it, and they do it super well. They put in hours, they put in the work because they know that freedom is worth it all. Freedom is worth anything. Everything we do in life is for freedom. And Amazon FBA is the best business opportunity right now, in my opinion, to reach freedom. And trust me, I've studied online business, making money online, the topic of online entrepreneurship extensively. I've literally made it my life mission to give people the best tools, anybody in the world, to start a successful online business through my online education business. So for me, it makes sense to tell you the truth. And so Amazon is the way to go. And now the important thing is to realize, okay, now that you've watched this video, you're gonna start taking action, and you're gonna, build your dreams, right? You're gonna start the successful online business. It's gonna allow you to live the laptop lifestyle. It's gonna give you freedom. The thing is that I want you to please treat this as a real business, right? If you're still watching right now, I bet that you're that kind of person. You're not the kind of person who just wants to find, quick money, fast product, fast profitable products, fast. There's a whole other side of YouTube. There's a ton of YouTubers out there that cater to that specific market of get rich quick. And obviously you've seen that this is not one of them. So if you treat this as a real business and you understand that if you put in the work and you put in the effort and you invest in yourself for like 3 months, 6 months, a year. Imagine where you'll be if you start today. Imagine where you'll be next year, in 2 years, in 3 years. It just compounds from there. I said the same thing to myself. When I quit my corporate job, bank job that I hated, when I dropped out of school, I told myself, even if I fail for a year, for 2 years, imagine where I'll be in 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, right? College degrees take 4 years, and people go into debt for that. So there's never been a better opportunity to start. Now is the time. Now, like I said, the entire process of building a successful Amazon FBA business is way more than just finding a product. That is just one small step, right? There's a whole list of other factors. There's a ton of techniques that you have to learn, and as well as strategies to actually bring you success. We went over kind of the branding strategy, and you have an idea, a rough idea of like how it actually looks and how success looks on Amazon and what you kind of should do. But there's also mistakes that you have to avoid, mistakes that have already been, kind of done by many, many people before, and mistakes that I've made as well. In 2017, I was actually asked by my community on YouTube to create an all-in-one step-by-step course called the Ecom Freedom course, which I'm sure you've heard of by now. Maybe you haven't, but we've grown to an amazing community of over 5,000, almost 6,000 people who have joined and who are starting their Amazon FBA businesses. And the success has been crazy. We've had the most amount of success stories in the industry. There's a ton of testimonials. The link is down below. You can go check it out. But I'm announcing that the price is going up to $997 very soon, actually this week. And if you haven't joined yet, then make sure to take advantage of the 50% off offer right now. I'm never going to offer Ecom Freedom at $500. It's $497. I'm never going to offer it at this price ever again, because I want to increase the quality of the people that are joining the course. I'm also launching a whole new course platform. Ecom Freedom 4 is coming out very soon, and it's going to be fully updated to starting a successful Amazon FBA business in 2020 with every single step that you need to know. It's already fully updated for 2019, but Ecom Freedom 4 is going to be at least 10 times better. So the link is down below. Make sure to join before the price goes up. You'll also receive unlimited one-on-one mentorship with the course. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to the channel, leave me a like, turn on the notification bell to get a notification every single time I post a new valuable video, and leave a comment down below if you have any questions about starting Amazon FBA. I promise to answer every single question in the comment box below. So I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you soon.